Welcome, guys, to another exciting episode of Zebra Man, aka the People's Podcast. We are in Parktown to have a chat with one of our brothers, our regular in the space of local government and politics. Yolo, thank you so much, man, for again allowing us the opportunity to come here and chat to you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Tell us, man, what have you been writing about? What's been keeping you busy in terms of local government space?
Well, it's been very busy on the local government space, especially this week alone. We had the Auditor General of South Africa, Tsakani Maluleke, briefing the Portfolio Committee on Cooperative Governance and Regional Affairs in Parliament, where she basically said that out of the 257 municipalities in South Africa, only 34 received clean audits during the financial year 2022-2023. So this is a regression because in the previous year, 2021-2022, there were 38, municipalities that actually achieved that feat.
Yes.
So this basically means that instead of our municipalities getting better, they are actually getting worse. Yeah, I think the downward spiral is just continuing.
Yes.
Yes, and also fruitless and wasteful expenditure actually went up to just more than 7 billion from just over 4 billion in the previous financial year. So things are just that bad in the local government space. And this actually means that there is this huge task ahead for the government of national unity in terms of getting our local councils, to work and to deliver on their mandates, which is to basically say to it that service delivery reaches our schools, our communities,
Yes.
our townships, and all our areas where people live.
Yes, I think the Coctam minister did speak about this not long time ago, that some of the municipalities that are not functioning might be disbanded. Is that leading towards that?
Yeah, well, he actually caused a stir when he said that. I remember speaking to a number of labor federations who actually said that no, the minister must not, that should actually be the last resort in terms of, giving support to this municipality should be the first priority. The provincial, government departments across the country should see to it that they identify and also second, officials to try and, steer these municipalities back to shape in terms of managing their finances, in terms of, delivering basic services, and also seeing to it that they operate within the prescriptions of the law.
What is it needed moving forward, in your views, my brother, to make sure that municipalities are up to scratch and they follow all the procedures and so that they get clean audits and service delivery improves? Because I think at the core of this, people want service delivery.
Most definitely. I mean, I think the Auditor General actually said something very profound that, first she called for the professionalization of the local government sector.
Yeah.
She called for a culture of accountability and ethics. Well, I mean, really, we know that some of our municipalities haven't really been up to scratch in terms of fulfilling their mandates.
Yes.
For instance, I mean, she mentioned that there's 2 municipalities that didn't even bother to submit their financials. That is Ditsobotla and Maluti Apofung. Now,
That must be really worrying.
well, it's rogue because Ditsobotla, we're talking about a municipality here in the northwest which hasn't been really performing for so many years.
Yeah.
Which basically led to dairy company Clover in 2021 saying that,
Yes.
hey, we're closing our cheese factory here. They closed it and they relocated to
KZN, yeah.
KZN, man. So we're talking about a loss of jobs. We're talking about so many things. So many people were affected by that move, all because the municipality could not deliver services, could not
Yes.
build proper public infrastructure, roads, so that people, can access, these places of industry and everything, water, electricity and all that. So that municipality didn't even bother to submit their financials in this financial year, as it had been doing over all these past municipal previous financial years.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
So
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
it is.
It's crazy. It's worrying because political parties should be worried because you deploy someone in that space, your people within that space to make sure that they deliver, and some are not being living up to that expectation.
Exactly. Some of the municipalities have been looted to the ground, my brother, because some have been really struggling to pay municipal workers their salaries, paying them with vouchers. I mean, the cases of several municipalities in the Eastern Cape that were paying their workers with food vouchers
It's
because
crazy,
the
man.
coffers were dry, they were
Yes.
looted dry. And so that actually led to the municipality not being able to now deliver services because there's no resources for that. They've been looted. So municipalities, most in fact, have really become cesspools of corruption, maladministration, fraud, and all sorts of social ills that I can think of, instead of just sticking to their mandates of, look, this is what we've been elected by the electorate to do, which is service
delivery. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, man. As we wrap the space, let's look at Joburg, man. Joburg has been for the longest time mayors are being brought in, but they are not able to stay stability within that mayoral position. We've seen Kabelo Kwamanda resigned. Dada Morero is now in. What have you picked up within that transition?
I think, well, before we move to that space, let me just add what the Auditor General actually said during a presentation to Parliament, that, all these social ills that we're seeing within our municipalities as a result of political instability. We have seen a
Yes.
revolving door of municipalities in the Gauteng metros, especially in Johannesburg.
Yes.
Dada Morero is now the 10th mayor of the city of Johannesburg since 2016.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's that bad. It's that bad. So there is no political stability. It really leads to. It does have a knock-on effect on service delivery, because I mean, if you're going to have a mayor who's going to say, look, my priorities are this, and then in the next 3 weeks we've got a new mayor who's going to come with her own ideas on how to turn the city's financials around.
Yeah.
It really gives no sense of direction, So just to answer your question on Dada Morero, when we saw Dada Morero being elected Joburg mayor last week, after weeks and weeks of calls for his predecessor, Kabelo Kwamanda, to resign, because even civil society organizations were up in arms. Opposition political parties were calling for his head, saying that your service delivery has really gone down during his tenure. An allegation that he denied. But I mean, everyone could see, I mean, if you were to walk around Johannesburg, the levels of crime, the general lawlessness, rubbish bins not being, cleared or picked up on time. So it was just that really, those incidents that basically led to calls growing for him to fall on his sword, and of which he did, after, of course, several meetings between Al Jama, the political party that he belongs in, the ANC, and other political parties in the council, where it was decided that no, he needs to resign, and Dada Morero should be brought back. We all know that he served 25 days as mayor previously, before the court said that his election was unlawful and was set aside. So he is back now in the hot seat, and hot indeed, because I mean, just few days after he had taken over, he called for foreign nationals who are in the country legally to be employed in the Johannesburg Metro Police Department to help with crime fighting efforts, to basically bridge the language barrier, because he was saying that at times our police officials or our metro police officials find it difficult to sort of like converse with some of the perpetrators that they have arrested due to language barriers. Some are speaking Shona, French, and other African languages spoken in Africa. So his motivation was that now we need to have, these foreign nationals who could actually assist in terms of language interpretation and all that. But that was not received well, even by his own comrades. I mean, Sufi was the first to say that, hey, dude,
we're not going that route.
We are not going that route. I think you should reconsider your position. And that actually led to him resigning. Sorry, not resigning. Apologizing to say that, hey, guys, this proposal was rejected by the Lekgotla, the ANC Regional Executive Committee, which he leads as chairman, rejected that proposal. And he apologized, and I think, man, he was forced, because we could see that was written word for word, saying that, hey, guys,
I take my words back.
Exactly, I fumbled here. And what he actually said, the trickle-on effect on unemployed graduates in the metro who actually marched to his office, I think 2 days ago, saying that, the very fact that you say that foreign nationals must be employed means there are some job opportunities
within your space.
The MPD official was like, no, I didn't think that far, there are no job opportunities to even begin with, and that didn't stop unemployed youth from Soweto coming to drop off their CVs at his offices just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, man, we'll continue, man. Thank you so much for updating us, my brother. And thank you so much for your time. We're gonna now switch into other look at other topics.
Okay, thank you so much.